What's good, my YouTube family? Hope you're all doing well. Coming to you with day 2 of the winter bulk today. So training a little bit later than normal. Obviously usually I train at 5:30 in the morning. I'm currently training after work just because, I'll be honest, I've been going to therapy on a Monday and it absolutely wipes me out for a couple of days. So I just, I've been advised to take a rest in the morning the day after and not go to the gym. Just take a little bit of time to reflect. So, that's the reason that I'm going, on an evening on a Tuesday and then back to it on a Wednesday morning, depending how I feel. Some days are good, some days aren't, but it's part of the process. So I think the important thing for me is being open and transparent with you guys. If there's anybody that's in a similar position to myself, it gives you a bit of an insight into, into the ongoings and how I'm feeling, throughout the process. So really looking forward to go hit a pull day. I'm going to do back and biceps, so pull. I always enjoy training after therapy because it gives me an opportunity to to use some of that energy, that negative energy, and put it to good use. Some of that pain and really leave it in the gym and have a really good, solid workout. So yeah, I always look forward to training afterwards. Positives out of negatives always. Still here, still smiling. But I think it's important that I talk to you about, what's going on in the process because, transparency and, honesty are very important. I think, not everybody's happy and full of energy 24/7. So it's important to relay that and show you guys that, it's not all rainbows and sunshine 24/7. There is hardship and pain that we have to go through. We're only human at the end of the day. So in the workout today, I'm going to talk you through a lot of the training techniques that we use. A lot of it is, tempo based. So focusing on the eccentric part, the downward phase of the movement. The breathing's also very important, controlling your breathing, focusing on inhaling and exhaling at the right times. So throughout the eccentric part of the movement, big breath in, and as you're about to explode and really contract that muscle on the concentric part, big breath out. So you're really exhaling, and breathing's a very important and integral part of training. I've just got my shake with me here. So I've got protein and creatine in there. I've got whey protein that I'm using up. The creatine is micronized. Obviously helps with a pump. That's the only supplement that I take really, apart from protein shakes. I take a multivitamin, I take an omega-3 tablet, and that's literally it. So I'm going to hammer this down now. As quick as that, it's gone. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to use all that energy, all that bit of trauma that I went through yesterday in my session, put it to good use. We're just going to hit a session. Like I said, when you get a bit older, your priorities change. In my 20s, I was very resilient, very hard, very fucking fast-paced. Everything was a million miles an hour. And now, people used to say this to me, once you get past 30, your outlook changes on life. I know 30 is still young, but I think it's the next phase of your life after your learning phase, which is your 20s. So looking forward to showcasing that to you guys as well. I'm going to stop waffling now. I've been waffling for a little bit there. So I'll see you when we get to the gym. Right, so I usually start with either a lat pull down or a pull up. I love starting my pull day with a pull up. It's one of my favorite exercises to do for pull. So we're going to start with some. So I'm going to be keeping this on for a little while until we're warmed up. Make sure the muscles are nice and warm before we do anything crazy. So I'm going to leave about 60 seconds rest between sets, and then we're going to go again. Get yourself set. Last one. Feeling that today as well. I'll probably do an extra set depending if my next set of equipment's ready, if somebody's on the next piece of equipment that we want to use, I tend to do an extra set so I'm not waiting around. From here on the pull-ups, we're going to go to a lat pull down. Okay, last strong set of these. That camera's pretty high, I have to jump for you to see me. Oh. Second exercise we're going to go into now is the plate loaded lat pull down. The reason I like this one is because it's a unilateral movement, so it means that each arm's working individually, because you can get a really good contraction and squeeze. Working again, like I said, on that eccentric movement, so big stretch up and drive down. Nice warm-up set. Big stretch, big stretch. Right, first working set. Now you're right there, Highter. Oh, good squeeze that, good squeeze. Still felt quite easy, so we're gonna go up a little bit again on that one. Okay guys, so we've loaded that up with another 10 now, so 2.5 plates aside. This is probably gonna be the most that I go to today. I just wanna focus on that squeeze and that movement, okay? So really focusing on that negative, eccentric part and a big squeeze down. Good starting point. Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll do one more of them. That set felt good. We'll do one more of them. Okay guys, so we forgot our lifting straps today, so I'm not going to be able to go as heavy on the rows as I usually would. Lifting straps are really important because they take the grip away from your forearm to allow you to focus just on that pull movement. So like I said, we're going to do what we can, but we're not going to be able to lift the same sort of weight as we usually would, but we'll see how we go. So 60 on the bar to start with, nice and steady. Don't worry, all right, we're all good, don't worry. It's fine, don't worry, it's fine. It's your gym too, it's not just my gym, so. The beauty about editing, I can cut it out. Really nice set, that one. Nice little warm set, so we're gonna go up to 80 kilo now, see how that feels. Hopefully we'll push up to 100 today, but we're just gonna see how it feels without the wraps. Quality over quantity. Let's take an extra 30 seconds. I'm not used to taking the long rest, so it don't feel normal to take a rest period that's longer than a minute and a half. So I'm just going to really use that little bit longer rest, up to 2 minutes, and then we're going to go again. That felt good. I don't know if you've noticed, you might have noticed there, but my foot placement is really hip width. So I feel a bit more comfortable with my foot placement being a bit narrower. The movement's all about driving them elbows back, so elbows back towards your hips, but really squeezing your shoulder blades and your scapula back to get maximum contraction. So we are going to put another 10 on. We're going to go for 100 now. Probably going to go like between 6 and 10 reps. We'll see how it feels, see how the movement feels. Just take it easy, but making sure that we get that full stretch and squeeze, okay? So maximum eccentric contraction and then concentric contraction as well. So just maximizing the reps. Quality always over quantity. Chest up, core tight. Oh yeah. Yep, this is the one. Yeah, that was tough. Tough work the straps today. We managed 6, that last rep was a bit. So I'm going to drop the weight back down now and aim for volume. I'd rather get the volume and the quality right. One more set to do. Releasing some of that stress. Getting it all out. Using it in a positive outlet. Putting it to good use. Making sure that I'm putting that energy, that bad energy and that negative energy into something positive that's going to be constructive and help me grow and improve as a person. You know, that's why I train. You know, looking good is part of the process, but it's not my only, you know, not the only factor and deciding factor. There's a lot more to it than that for me. Let's go. Guys, we have something in the gym called a mag grip, okay? It's mag, M-A-G. Now, the hand positioning on this grip has been, they say, scientifically designed to improve the movement. It's more of it's a pronated grip, but on an angle, so it's more of a neutral sort of pronated grip. It's not directly vertical, which, you know, if you think about the movement, allows for more contraction. Overhand is more traps and rhomboids. On a neutral, it's more of a row into the lats and back density. So I really do like this grip. It's one of my favorite grips to use. Same again, focusing on the contraction here. So chest up, little stretch, boom. That set felt good. Focusing on that little bit of a squeeze at the top, that little split second pause makes a massive difference. And then really controlling that eccentric downward phase. You'll hear me say that a lot because it's something that's so important if you want to create a stimulus for hypertrophy. 100%. Loading the muscle in the eccentric phase is the most beneficial and optimal if you're wanting to build muscle. just to give you a more intrusive angle from the front, so you can see some of the facial expressions that are created from pushing. We've put the weight up a little bit, so we're already progressing into this set now. Like I said, we're working on the movement rather than the weight. The weight is for your ego. The movement is what is going to get you the results. Let's go. Chest up. Set. Good set. The calf machine's in the way of this angle, but I just want to show you this angle because obviously I stretch forward, but on the way back, I contract to this position. I'm not swinging. I'm not swinging back. I come forward, I come set myself to here, and I'm still pulling. So you need that little bit of a movement so you can get the full range of movement and stretch going forward, but then going back, you need to hold yourself. So it's not a swing, it's a stretch. Let me show you. Guys, the gym's already getting pretty busy, and I fucking hate filming when there's loads of people in the gym. Just because I don't want to get in anyone's way as well. That's the other thing. Like, it's not about me and the camera, it's about other people. I don't want to get in other people's way whilst they're training. So I've come out of the way to just do some rows here. I can't go as heavy as I usually do because I haven't got the straps. So we're going to focus, like I said, more on the technique. Feet together instead of when I go heavy, usually I'm 1 foot back and I'm here. But today we're going to go both feet parallel, single arm row, okay? So let's see how we go. Good set. Let's go again. That contraction felt good. Could probably slow that down a little bit more. Probably could do is just be slowed down a little bit more again. But all in all, the movement felt good. Who needs cardio, man? I can imagine my pain's going to come when they become teenagers though, man. You got 2 boys, yeah?
Yeah, 16.
Heavy, bro, heavy. You don't look bad, brother, at all. You don't look bad, brother.
Don't lie. I'm the beans.
You're doing good, keep it up. You're doing good, keep it up. Right guys, so that first set I noticed that when I was pulling the weight back up, I was bending my knee. It's just a reaction, a normal reaction. So I'm gonna try eliminate that. And that's why it's good to film sometimes because you see what you need to change. So that's what we're gonna work on now. Okay, but guys, that's enough volume from me on pull today. So on the back, I've done pull-ups, I've done lat pull-downs, I've done bent over barbell row, seated row, and then a single arm dumbbell row. So lots of rowing today. So on to biceps. Now, usually I do free weights on the biceps, but today I just fancy doing some machine. Just because this machine here, this preacher curl, I can keep the tension on the bicep the whole way through the set. Okay, so when you're setting the preacher curl up, you want the pads to be sat just above your armpit, okay? So along your tricep and in your armpit. We're going to see how this set feels. Feet, I always put my feet forward in position. Good stretch. Squeeze, 2-3 seconds. Stretch, up and squeeze. Focus on that eccentric. You're going to be bored of hearing me say that. The weight felt good. I'm going to focus probably on about 6 sets of this. 6 sets and then we're done. It's good, Greg, man. Yeah. It's accountability, bro. That's all you need. Oh, you want that? It's a sleeper build, bro. Whew. Feeling them. Feeling them. That's the thing when we're bulking in winter. I like to wear oversized stuff, you know? Oversized stuff. Keeps everything under the cover. Let's go. Wow. The last couple of sets really count on this. Leaving everything in the tank. Emptying the tank, leaving it all. It's good. Just for a bit of guidance, mate. Yeah. Just a bit of structure. Yeah. You're doing well anyway, do you know what I mean? You're doing really well.
2 months.
Well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise then.
Falling off big time.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That set was tough. We're going to hit one more of them and then we're done. Because I've got to go get my little girl from nursery, so time is of the essence, innit? Okay, so this is where we're currently at. Calories are up to about, I think we're about 2,900 at the minute, so after that session, pump's feeling good. Obviously, I'm having a lot of carbs and sugar around training time. I can't see my posing because there's no mirror, but I'm sure you guys will tell me if it looks good or not. So yeah, this is where we're currently at. Feeling good. Calories up. Means the energy's up as well, which is really good. I'm really enjoying that. So hopefully we can keep that moving and growing and see some progress over the next few months. yeah, I'm going to get dressed and I'll catch up with you in the car. Guys, all in all, a pretty solid session there. The pump was good, the volume was there. I didn't necessarily push the heaviest of weights, but today, like I said, I was focusing more on the movement, the full range of movement, you know, the control in the reps, and that's where I find that I get a lot of my progression and you know, my muscle growth is you know, really focusing on the movement rather than the weight. Stop being a fucking ego lifter. You know, the weight comes in time. You know, like I said, you know, I see a lot of people on YouTube, they just lift heavy, but the form isn't always the greatest. And I'm not saying that's the wrong way to train, but if you want to optimize your results and get the most out of your sessions, you know, and you're not on gear and you're not taking performance enhancing drugs, you know, the best way to do that is focusing on the range of movement, you know, good quality, solid reps. Focus on your nutrition, focus on your rest, focus on your hydration. You know, there's quite a lot of factors that go into it, but, you know, if you want to stay natural and, you know, and optimize your potential or maximize your potential, these are all little factors that add up together to create that. So, yeah, like I said, the more I do, the better I'll get at these again. I'm going to try train at times when the gym's not as busy, because it's a bit of a distraction. It's quite hard to get the quality of content. I lose my train of thought sometimes. So yeah, I'm just going to try pick times in the day when I can, which will either be really early at night in the morning or late at night when the gym's closed. So yeah, that's going to conclude this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you stayed to the end. And if you did and you're new, please drop me a sub and a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.